कभी ना कभी सबकी लाइफ में कोई ना कोई सपना आता है, बट कुछ सपनों की टाइमिंग बहुत ही अजीब सी होती है। मार्च 2020 का महीना था एंड मुंबई में सबसे पहला लॉकडाउन हुआ था। Months started passing by and with nowhere to go and nothing to do, I started binge watching travel and filmmaking videos on YouTube. One after the other, YouTube kept suggesting me new people, and for the first time, I came across Peter McKinnon, then Sam Coulter, then Matty Hapoya, and from there, I got into the groove of watching Indian travel vloggers like Hopping Bug, Ankit Bhatia Films, and Radhika Nomlers. And देखते ही देखते ये binge watch sessions सपनों में बदलने लगे। एक ऐसा सपना जो मैं खुली आंखों से देखने लगा। The dream of becoming a travel filmmaker someday. I wanted to become a travel YouTuber, roam around India and make a lot of travel series just like Ankit Bhatia, Hopping Bug, Radhika Nomlers, Traveling Mondays, etc. But इस सपने की टाइमिंग भी काफ़ी अजीब सी थी in the middle of the pandemic when no traveling was happening at all. So I did the only thing that I could do. I practiced and developed my filmmaking skills and waited patiently for the day that I would make my very first travel series. And finally that day is here. I'm finally traveling to Madhya Pradesh, the heart of India. And I would finally have the chance to make the very first travel series on this channel, Discover India Films. And I'm not doing this trip alone. I'm on my way to meet my fellow traveler Asta and begin the journey. Okay, I think हम थोड़ा सा behind schedule चल रहे हैं and I'm waiting for the car. So we'll get in the car, get the journey started and then I'll introduce you to Asta. हम अभी भी वेट कर रहे हैं, काफ़ी टाइम हो गया और गाड़ी आ ही नहीं रही है। हम लोग बहुत लेट हो चुके हैं, काफ़ी लेट हो चुके हैं और मैं अभी भी वेट ही कर रहा हूँ। पता नहीं कौन सी साइड से गाड़ी आएगी, मोस्टली इस साइड से आनी चाहिए। ओके, द कार इज़ हियर and we are walking towards the car. Once my luggage and I were in the car, we started the road trip. I couldn't even remember the last time I had taken a road trip this long, and I was thinking to myself, ये तो सिर्फ शुरुआत है, अभी तो लद्दाख, हिमाचल, केरला etc. बाकी है. And since I was going to make the return journey via train, I just sat back and soaked in the various views of the road trip. तो अभी हम लोग एक फूड ब्रेक ले रहे हैं and इसी बहाने I'll introduce you to Asta.
Hi guys, my name is Astha. I'm also known as Avari Banjaran on Instagram and I'm a history and monument enthusiast. And I'm going to Gwalior right now with Rahul and I'm quite excited because I really can't wait to go to all the monuments like Gwalior Fort etc. So yeah.
And I too am really excited to visit and capture a lot of beautiful heritage sites that I'd be visiting for the first time as well. तो हम फटाक से खाना खा के अपनी जर्नी रिज्यूम करेंगे। We got in the car and the journey began again. We were going from Delhi, traveling through UP, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and then to the two heritage cities in Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior and Orchha. Although we did capture a lot more hidden monuments that we happened to stumble upon during our journey. But more on that later. For now, enjoy the journey through the roads of India as we cross the borders of Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. And while on this journey, we saw some fascinating natural structures. On checking our maps and talking to some locals, we found out that these were the Chambal Ravines, a system of badlands and ravines infamous for being home to a handful of famous Dakus who used to form Robin Hood-like figures for the locals of the area. And right next to the Chambal Ravines and near the Chambal River, we were stuck in a traffic jam for 4 long hours. So, we tried and recorded some scenes and captured some photographs and videos whilst in the jam, and while our phones and cameras still had batteries. And after our camera batteries died, we waited the traffic jam to the tunes of famous Bollywood songs playing on the radio and the sun beginning to set in the distance. It had gotten very late, very dark and very tiring by the time we reached Gwalior. But scenes of the next morning looked simply amazing. I was in a new city which I had never been to before, and I was witnessing the early morning rays lighting up the magnificent Gwalior Fort. The sound of birds, the cold winter morning and the warmth of the sun, all in a beautiful new city just waiting to be explored. It was like a dream come true, something that I had been longing to do. And ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने कभी ट्रैवल नहीं किया, बट मैंने एज अ ट्रैवल यूट्यूबर, ट्रैवल फिल्म मेकर कभी ट्रैवल नहीं किया था. So these experiences were really close to me, maybe as close as the first love, the first kiss are for many people. Because this, for me, in many ways was my first trip. So I backed up all the footage from the previous day, had some after breakfast snacks, and we were off to the Gwalior Fort. Backing up the footage had taken a few hours and it was the middle of the afternoon, hence it was really sunny. But since it was winter, it didn't feel so hot to me. Now there's a quote by Lawrence Block: "Our happiest moments as tourists always seem to come when we stumble upon one thing while in pursuit of something else." And that is true in our case too, because as we were going up to the Man Singh Palace inside the Gwalior Fort, we stumbled across a group of rock-cut Jain temples at the Siddhanchal Jain temple caves. We were driving along the top of the fort when we stumbled upon a series of huge sculptures. These sculptures were carved out from the rocky mountains of the Gwalior Fort itself and formed a part of Jain architecture. Many of these sculptures were over 40 feet tall, and a majority of them had been defaced by the various invasions over the centuries. Still, there was some effort in trying to restore or recreate the faces. But even so, these sculptures and the various rock-cut caves were simply magnificent and depicted the art of ancient Indian rock-cut architecture brilliantly. I love heritage structures and Asta loves them too. And if you are a fan of heritage and monuments as well, you too would love these magnificent monumental Jain statues and rock-cut temple caves which are said to have been built during 15th century CE. After witnessing the magnificent Jain sculptures, we made our way to the top of the Gwalior Fort. And Gwalior Fort has a lot of beautiful mahals, palaces, temples, etc., which we shall see in the second episode of the Madhya Pradesh Travel Series. But as we reached the parking and the tourist area, we were greeted by a brilliant young Indian street magician. Click here to watch his mini magic show. And even though the magic show was just 2 minutes long, it was brilliant.